All right, Improvisation Center is back again with the Elco. If you remember in the last video, we got through with the rewiring of everything and testing out everything to verify that it worked. So our next move is interior stuff. All this crap right here. These door panels, these little side panels right here. Already got one sort of mounted just for test fitting purposes. All this stuff has to go back in. I also have the other part of the door panels that have the upholstery on them. Though those are inside the trailer right now just to kind of keep them out of the weather for the time being. But yeah, we got to put all that shit back in. But as a follow-up to the electrical job, in case anybody may have been wondering, right there, I'll show you the next one. I put some makeshift material right there. There we go, we got to focus. That's some rubber, like rubberized PVC sheeting that I cut and rolled around those wires and obviously secured in place with screws to protect them from chafing on the sheet metal of the firewall. On that one right there, the other bundle of wires is a piece of radiator hose that's cut, put around the wires, and obviously screwed in place the same way to protect the wires. So yep, wires are protected, and with the electrical system ready to rock and roll, I could start moving on to all this interior shit. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. Down there. Yeah. Leave that like that. Slide that in there. Secure this a little bit better. There's no clips and these panels are pretty well shot. Well, as one could probably imagine with these old panels, the backing behind them, the cardboard backing, is probably shot all the shit. And you'd be correct to assume that. Because of that, there's no way to mount any clips from the back like these would typically go on. So other than clamping it from the top, I'm probably going to have to poke a couple holes along the bottom here to put some washers and screws in to hold these panels all the way against the door here. No, I don't ever want to do that shit, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Because for all intents and purposes, these panels are garbage. Even though the upholstery is pretty good, they're still garbage. And yeah, gotta do what I gotta do. Of course, we still have the lead. There we go. We grabbed it. Still looks like shit, but hey. And then the problem is, if you want it to be even, then you gotta poke an extra hole on the other panel, even though it ain't necessary. And because you have one there, it probably would look better to have one right here too. Hey, we already fucked it up enough. Let's go for broke. Yeah, see, I look about even. Yeah. There we go. I kind of want to do this one a little bit evenly here. Get that up a little bit because it's not quite even. Let's put this back. Actually, I saw something I could use for that. It might work, it might not. Let's see, is this the right one? Have no fucking idea. Yeah, a little clip. Probably not the right shit. Nope, not the right shit. So, yeah, actually, that might be the right shit. Let's slide a little fucker in there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's put our little clip in the thing. It's about in there. Yeah. Let's see about it. There we go. Get our little clip in here. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you little fucker. Now you want to be a little bastard, eh? Ah, come on, you. There we go. Kind of sorted in there, maybe. Yeah. Put the window up first. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. To continue on our wide world of sketch and bootlegginess, we bring you the armrests. Why do you say it's going to be sketchy bootleg shit? Well, look at these rusty pieces of shit right here. Yep, these are 76 Chevy El Camino armrests. And all the metal within is rusted to shit, despite the idea that the material is, for all intents, intact, even though it's stained to shit just as well, but that's where interior paint would come into play to remedy that along with some cleaning prior, but that's neither here nor there. Point is, the metal point where this shit would mount at is rusted to hell. So what are we gonna do? Well, if you've been following, you'll probably guess, yep, more holes and screws and washers again, because, yep, we're just going to go for broke on the sketchy bootleggy shit right now. So let's get to it. All right, got our armrest, got a couple holes poked in here going all the way through, and big ass screws. These are going to be what we use in order to reach through to hold these raggedy armrests in place as intended. Probably should have used the impact driver for this. Save me some unnecessary twisting. Alright, also have a couple extra holes poked through here. So let us seat this shit down, because we don't want to fuck things up too much as we work this thing in. Let's get these holes first. Get our final screw in here. All right, we have our door panels done. Let me get my ass into a good position. Here we go. Door panels are done. Even the armrests. Now, yeah, we have extra screws and washers in place all across this beige shit, but for all intents and purposes, everything is in, and I guess to some degree it really doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's even. Now, of course, Mike could try to paint the shit up with some beige paint or whatever, but I mean, it is bootleggy, and you pretty much have to live with the bootlegginess. But for all intents, it's in, it's functional. You could pull on the door and everything without worrying about shit coming off in your hand. You'd be able to close the door from the inside as intended. Even our window cranks are in. Everything is in. So now, as far as our interior is concerned, the next thing I would do if I'm going to do anything is probably slap some paint on these floors here to try to protect it from further rusting out prior to mounting some seats down. So yeah, that'll be the next thing as far as our interior, but we'll cover that in a whole nother video. More than likely, my very next thing on this car as a whole is going to be putting some hardware on the engine, which got plans for that because I have a whole nother engine from an older generation car that has cylinder heads that will work with our intake that we have, along with the accessory package that are used on those older engines. So I'm going to gut all that stuff off of that engine and throw it on here. Now you might say, why not just use the engine? Well, the engine, the bottom end of the engine is of questionable quality, while this engine is of good quality because I heard it run before I helped pull it out. But the bottom end is good. I can't use the heads, not without spending more money for a newer intake and all that good shit. So yep, next thing is going to be gutting an old engine for a bunch of parts to put on our newer used engine so we can try to get that part of the project done. So till the next time, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe, share, all that good shit. Let people know that I'm out here in the woods working on shit like this, even when it's cold or hot, as it is sometimes here. So again, do all the good stuff you always do on YouTube to help us out, and I will catch you later.